But
Right.
what do you think? Do you think it will affect, not affect, somewhat affect the relationship of contracts, payouts, and the players?
Do I think? Yeah, I think but it's going to work both ways. When you look at technology, if you say this guy's better than this guy, now his value goes up,
Right.
where this guy might go down, right? So there's going to be a balance. It's really, if you look at it in baseball, there's a certain amount of money they're going to spend, right? And everybody's looking for the right mix, right? When you get the Dodgers, you got too many hitters, right? But yeah, it's that mix, like just technology of the shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
The shift kind of changed the game, right? Well, now the next team that learns to hit the ball the other way, or take what they give you, with the shift, that's going to be another weapon that'll keep them on top.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The game right now, personally, I think is about home runs, walks, and strikeouts.
Right.
And that is not a great game. I liked the game when we had stolen bases and triples and things like that. And, you did have bunts. You were guessing at what the manager was going to do. And you did see it in the playoffs. All of a sudden, now it's not all, it's about winning 4 of 7 games.
Right.
So it becomes a little more important. So you saw the Will Smith, hitting the ball where they weren't. And you saw Freddie Freeman doing the same kinds of things, even though he's a big power hitter, one of the best hitters on the Atlanta Braves. He was doing it because there was a guy in scoring position. Over the course of 162 games, hit as many home runs as you can and strike out as little as you can and walk as much as you can, right? Yeah. That's what it was. But that's 162 games. Now when it gets to 4 to 7, it's who can produce in those situations.
Okay. If you have the ability to really empower certain outcome in a much more accelerated way using technology, so basically in simple terms, you're able to have better coaching and better system. But yet, in order to get the technology, you need to spend a certain amount of money and whatever, and the balance may shift between teams that have the technology, teams that don't have the technology. Do you feel that as an organization, the league has to regulate the type of equipment that teams would use?
What, no buzzers on the chest or hitting trash cans? That's last year's. Okay. But what I think is, there's always going to be flips towards technology over technology. Like, if you look at the 2,200 certified instructors that we have, or 2,200 certified instructors, about 650 to 700 work in MLB, right? And what I saw a shift to was more the guy that could read the kinematic sequence, could read the technology, and interpret the technology for hitting coaches that had more practical, how do I fix it? Right. So I think it flipped too far technology or to the nerd. And then you got to come back to who knows how to fix, like, hey, your kinematic sequence out of whack.
Right.
Now you got the guy that's coached for 20 years, knows all the drills and things like that. Which ones are going to work for this player? So it's a combination of both. And it's going to flip forwards and backwards. And the guy the coaches that can put everything together, are the ones that are going to have the most success. Is be able to. I mean, if you're a hitting coach at a college now and you can't read a kinematic sequence, they're going to pass you by. Does that make sense? In certain areas,
right.
But you don't want a coach that just relies on a kinematic sequence and doesn't know how to fix it.
Right.
So is it making hitting coaches and pitching coaches' job harder? Yeah, you're the driver of that car.
Right.
The player's the car, right?
Right.
Now I'm a coach. I got to be able to read that dashboard and see, what this player needs to win the race. Right. And so, yes, the coaches have to know more. And I think it's coming.